Yes, you have read the title correctly. Sell all your Bitcoin, get out of the crypto industry because crypto is officially going to zero. But wait, we're going to read between the lines of this mainstream news article. We're going to find out what Jim Cramer has to say. But guys, lesson number one, don't trust any mainstream media and especially not Jim Cramer. And guys, we're also going to go over to the charts of Bitcoin and Ethereum to find out what we could expect, because we saw this major dump towards the downside to the levels of 16,800 US dollars, and we saw that Bitcoin went pretty much sideways. So what could we expect? Are we going to see a dump even lower, or could we expect that we are going to get a bounce from these regions and come all the way back up to the 18,000 US dollar level? We're going to find out exactly that in this video, so make sure to watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe and activate the bell so that you always get notified when I upload a new video. And guys, if you're interested in crypto clothing, go over to cryptoclothing.com or follow them on Instagram. So guys, we're going to start with this news article of Jim Cramer saying to sell all your cryptocurrencies. The host of CNBC's Mad Money show, Jim Cramer, said cryptocurrency investors still have time to sell the awful positions. During the most recent show, Mad Money's host urged investors to cash out their cryptocurrencies at all costs. He thinks it's never too late to exit the market, hinting that the crypto winter is nowhere near the end. You can just beat yourself up and say, hey, it's too late to sell. The truth is, it is never too late to sell an awful position. And that's what you have if you own these so-called digital assets. Cramer believes that the most speculative cryptocurrencies that could possibly crash to virtually zero are Ripple, XRP, Dogecoin, Cardano, and Polygon Matic. So guys, we're going to find out what we can read between the lines. Bull market signal. Jim Cramer advises crypto investors to sell. And if we scroll down, we can see Cramer, a popular counter indicator. He predicted in 2017 that Bitcoin will surge to 1 million in the future, but later changed his mind and labeled it an outlaw currency. Cramer joined the pro-Bitcoin team in 2020 again, praising the coin's maximum supply of 21 million as a significant advantage over traditional financial systems and fiat currencies. He compared Bitcoin to gold at the end of 2020 and even purchased some amounts of assets when it was trading at around 17,500. As Bitcoin was heading north, so was Cramer's support towards it. He even requested his salary to be paid in Bitcoin instead of fiat currencies in April 2021. The recent market crash, though, has changed his vision entirely, and he has returned to a crypto critic. Many of his crypto predictions have been proven wrong. In September 2021, he advised investors to cash out their holdings, saying that the Evergrande debt crisis in China could trigger a market crash. Bitcoin skyrocketed to an all-time high and nearly reached 69,000 2 months later. So guys, is it a good advice to trust any mainstream media, and especially Jim Cramer? No guys, we can see how many times they declared Bitcoin as dead, and guys, read between the lines, we are so near to the bottom, and that's why dollar cost average is the best option. Yes, we could go down a little bit more, or we could even dump another 20%, but guys, in these areas we are so close to the bottom, so it just makes sense to dollar cost average and to invest in these stages for a long period of time. In 1 or 2 years you will be in profit and you will not regret buying in these areas where Jim Cramer told you to get out of the crypto industry. So guys, let's go on with a technical analysis on the daily chart for Bitcoin, and you can see that the last 8 days we were pretty much going sideways, and we had this dump towards the downside this morning and we reached the level of 16,670. So guys, what could we expect? So first of all, we can see that at the moment we are holding the 13th EMA on the daily chart, and that is quite bullish for Bitcoin. But guys, we can see that we had this major push towards the upside and we broke this major resistance, which was round about the levels of 16,800 US dollars. So this was quite bullish, and we can see that the price of Bitcoin stayed above this level and was holding this as support. So we can see that our resistance now turned into support. So guys, first of all, this is quite bullish that Bitcoin is still holding this level. We had the small retracement all the way down to this level of 16,600 US dollars. So at the moment it looks quite bullish for Bitcoin. So guys, over on the 4-hour chart we can see that we perfectly held the 100 moving average round about the 16,600 US dollar level. So this will act as support, and also on the daily chart we are still over the 13th EMA. So guys, we have the 200 moving average as our resistance round about the levels of 17,200 US dollars, where we also could see we had a lot of resistance when Bitcoin was trading sideways. So guys, at the moment we must really hold the 100 moving average on the 4-hour chart so that we can see that Bitcoin will go even higher, and then a breakout from this downward sloping trend could be our signal to open a long position and to come all the way back up to the levels of 18,000 US dollars. So this would be my short-term analysis on Bitcoin. But guys, let's go over to the DXY and let's see what the DXY is doing at the moment. So guys, over on the DXY, we could see we had this major dump towards the downside, and we can see that the DXY is forming lower highs and also lower lows, and that is quite bullish. And also at the moment we are underneath the 13th EMA and underneath the 200 moving average on the daily chart. So guys, could we expect that we're going to see even a lower dump for the DXY and that Bitcoin will break out from these levels and overcome the resistance at 17,200 US dollars and reach the levels of 18,000 US dollars? We have to see if we really hold the 100 moving average to get the signal if we're going to break out from this downward sloping trend. But guys, let's go over to Ethereum. So guys, on the 4-hour chart, we can see that we are still over the 100 moving average on the 4-hour chart like Bitcoin. But here we can see that we are forming some kind of a falling wedge, which is quite bullish because the breakout target from a falling wedge is always the top of the wedge. So we could see a breakout from these regions of this falling wedge and come all the way back up to our resistance. But guys, at the moment we can see that this candle looks quite good, because we had this major dump towards the downside, and at the moment this is an indecisive candle, and this could mean that we're going to see a trend reversal and come all the way back up to our resistance box and also the resistance of this trend line. So guys, once again, if we're going to break out from this falling wedge, we could expect the levels of 1,308 US dollars, where we also have this major resistance. But guys, what levels could we reach if we're going to see this clear breakout for Ethereum? What are the next resistance points for Ethereum? We could see that here we had a lot of resistance. So if we're going to have a breakout from this 200 moving average, which is exactly here at the levels of 1,273, we could expect the high of these weeks around about the levels of 1,352. So guys, it is very important that we're going to stay for Bitcoin and Ethereum over the 100 moving average, as also for Bitcoin that we're going to see this break of this trend line and that we're going to hold the 100 moving average as our low. But guys, the main message of this video is don't trust any mainstream media, and especially not Jim Cramer. So guys, if you like this content, smash up the like button and subscribe and activate the bell so that you always get notified when I upload a new video. And make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.